tourism. Thank you.
We have engaged Gambians on domestic tourism as far back as 2017. And today I can assure you most Gambians are going on holidays in their own country. And I can refer you to certain facilities. When you go there, you see Gambians and their children, their families enjoying the beauty of this country.
I now invite the member for Banjul Central.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Minister, based on Honorable Member for Upper Salom's supplementary question with regards to is it scientifically proven, like the evidence? You said it was. Can you elaborate more on that?
It is indeed scientifically proven. I don't have the data with me at the spot, but if you so insist, I can give it to you.
Sanementereng.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Minister, could you kindly refer us to the areas that you mentioned in your deliberation that Gambians do go on holiday? Thank you.
What's your constituency? Sanementereng. Yeah, you have a lot of Gambians who have facilities within your constituency, and they go there on holiday weekends, and they enjoy them. I cannot tell you all the off head, but I know that in Sanementereng constituency, you have places where Gambians go on holidays and enjoy themselves.
Please,
I can provide you with the list. If you don't know the tourism facility in your constituency, I can provide you the list for it.
Please, Honorable Minister, don't engage with conversation with them.
Speaker noted. Thank you.
Question number 173 of 2023 by the member for Same.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor. Honorable Speaker, could the Honorable Minister for Tourism and Culture update this August Assembly about Mungo Park project in Karantaba, CRR North?
Let me thank the Honorable Member for Same constituency for asking such a very important question. The National Center for Arts and Culture, the NCAC, entered into a contract with the Ture Construction Company Limited for the sum of 4.2 million to refurbish the Mungo Park Memorial Obelisk, including a side museum and visitors' convenience. 60% of the works and material mobilization has been done. The NCAC is unable to meet its financial obligation to the contractor as agreed. This has delayed works. Urgent effort is being made as we speak to pay the contractor through the ministry to complete works on this site, on this project.
Thank you very much. Honorable Minister, what is the duration of this contract?
I cannot tell you the duration of this contract because I have not seen it, but I do know that the delay was because the contractor was not fully paid. And my ministry have engaged the Ministry of Finance, and hopefully in the next 2 weeks, this matter will be resolved.
Minister, when was this contract signed?
I believe it was last year. I stand to be corrected on the accuracy of the date.
Thank you. I now invite the member for Banjul North.
Honorable Speaker, I think my question has been answered already. It has to do with the duration and why is it taking too long for the completion, but he has already answered it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I now invite the member for Woolly East.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Minister, Mungo Park sites are in many places. So is your ministry thinking of replicating this project in some other areas like Willy Fatoto, Fatatenda, where Mungo Park rests every time he comes to the Gambia?
I assure you, Honorable Member for Woolly East, our ministry is committed and we are working on it. We have done Kerbach, we have done Wasu, we're doing Mungo Park, and all other sites, inshallah, will be done to maintain these facilities for Gambian children yet unborn to see and to learn the importance of these sites.
I now invite the member for Kiang West.
Honorable Speaker, thank you very much. Honorable Minister, has the delayance of these payments has any financial implication on the project cost?
I may not know for now.
The member for Bakau, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Minister, this August body will be very much interested to know which month and date this said contract was signed.
I can easily get you that by tomorrow morning because the contract documents are with the NCAC.
The member for Brikama North and Minority Leader.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Minister, in your response, you did state the NCAC is unable to meet its financial obligation. Why so?
Because we were not given the allocation by the Ministry of Finance at the material time to meet up our financial obligation with the contract.
I now give the floor to the member for Tumanna.
Thank you very much. Honorable Minister, is this contract includes the construction of the road because the Mungo Park site there is too far from the main road? Thank you.
Speaker, let me say to the member for Tumanna constituency, it is not part of it, but I read the report submitted by the Tourism Sports Select Committee of the National Assembly. In your report, you have highlighted the importance of getting that road fixed, and I've taken up that matter seriously, and I'll be consulting my partners in making sure that road is done. Thank you.
Question number 174 of 2023 by the member for Serekunda.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, could the Honorable Minister for Tourism update this August Assembly on the state of the World Bank grant meant for the startup program of SMEs within the tourism industry?
Honorable Speaker, the World Bank grant of $68 million received for tourism diversification and resilience project in the Gambia became effective on the 3rd October 2022, and since then the Ministry of Tourism has been very busy establishing the right governance and operations mechanism to ensure that the project is implemented according to legal agreement signed between the government and the project appraisal document approved by the World Bank.
Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister.
Yes, please.
Please, Honorable Minister, there's point of order or, yeah, the member for Upper Salon, please.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I rise to move a motion for us to sit beyond 6 o'clock.
And do what? Honorable Minister, you may take your seat and do what?
And to finish the business of the day.
Any seconder? The member for Sami.
Thank you. I rise to second the motion.
Honorable members, it has been moved and seconded that we sit, this assembly sit beyond 6 o'clock to finish business for today. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister, you may start answering.
Honorable Speaker, the World Bank grant $68 million received for tourism diversification and resilience project in the Gambia became effective 3rd October 2022, and since then the Ministry of Tourism has been busy establishing the right governance and operational mechanism to ensure that the project is implemented according to the legal agreement signed by the government and the project appraisal document approved by the World Bank. Part of Component 1 deals with increasing the participation of tourism micro, small, and medium enterprises within the sector. A study on tourism MSME data collection and ecosystem analysis has been completed, and it was one of the 4 studies to be done in the project to ensure we will act based on empirical evidence. The study was validated on Friday, 26 May, and covered by the media. The next step will include the development of a matching grant manual and the hiring of a management firm that will be responsible to build the capacity of the identified MSMEs based on agreed processes and approved manual. Kindly note that the $5 million is the amount from the total grant that will be available for provision of matching grant to MSMEs. While respecting Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable Member, no supplementary question from you. Thank you.
Honorable Speaker, point of order.
Point of order. Yeah, there is point of order by the member for Fonyi Bintang Krana. Can we hear your point of order, sir?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I rise on a point of order 53K, which reads a motion agreed by the Speaker to be a matter of urgency. I think it is, I rise to move this motion that the standing orders, we agree upon a common goal to regulate the conduct of the ministers if they are responding, if they are their body gesture, if they are responding to questions.
Honorable Member for Honorable Member, you are out. No, Minister, wait, please. Order. Honorable Member for Fonyi Bintang Krana, you are out of order. I now give the floor to the member for Fonyi Jarol.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister, Minister of Tourism is one of the important sectors of the country, as it contributes almost 12% of our GDP. Okay, more than that. Honorable Minister, what the country needs at the moment is translating plans into action. It's not all about coming here to give plans. Tourism at the moment, if you look at the real GDP, it is contributing, it has dropped.
Honorable there is point of order by the member for Woodley East.
Point of order, 43-3. 1 minute. Not more than 1 minute.
Point of order.
Not more than 1 minute. Supplementary question.
Please. Honorable members, let's please ensure that our supplementary questions are within 1 minute. But before I come to your question, there's a point of order from the member for Fonyi Bintang Krana.
With this, I withdraw.
Member for Fonyi Jarol.
Thank you once again, Honorable Speaker and the Honorable Minister. What I want to say is the Minister of Tourism is one of the most important sectors of the country, as it contributes about 12% of our GDP or more than, just as you said. Just what I want to tell you now, what the country needs now is translation of those plans into action.
Honorable Member.
Honorable Minister, do you have the capabilities?
Honorable Member, please take your seat, sir. You are not here to tell him what you want to tell him. You are given the floor to ask your supplementary question. Please ask your supplementary question.
Do you have the capabilities and the resources to transform our tourism industry into a modern sector?
It's a new question, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is a new question. I want the Honourable Member to send a fresh question for an answer for this question.
There is a point of order from the member for Woodley East.
Yes, thank you. Honourable Speaker, 43-4. A supplementary question shall not be in order if it introduces matters not included in the original question. The original question is about the World Bank grant for SMEs. And the Honorable Member is going into some other things.
Thank you, Honorable Member for Wule is order sustained. In fact, I was about to rule out his question and the Honorable Minister on his mic. And your order is sustained and his question is ruled out. Member for Wule is.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, would the Honorable Minister help us to know the targeted number of businesses, small businesses, in this grant? And what is the expected number of jobs that
One question, only one question.
Mr. Speaker, I want to tell the Honorable Member for Woolly East, I don't have that. But the World Bank project is in the internet, all over the world. You can read it, you can see it. Such figures are not with me, but they are in the project website. Everything is open in this project. And when you get to that, I will avail you the websites, and then you can go through to answer this question by yourself. I don't have them offhand. I can get you the information where you can access this website to have all the information.
The member for Kiang West.
Honorable Minister, how much have you spent from this project?
I don't have the figures as we speak. This money does not come as the bulk it is. It comes on phases. But I can give you that information if you send us a fresh question for it.
The member for Sanementre.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Minister, could you tell us, or could you inform this August Assembly how many phases does this project come, and so far how many phases do you receive? What is the balance thing?
Well, I can tell you that it's in 5 years. We're in year 1. So we have 4 more years to go, and year 1 is not completed. I cannot tell you exactly how many phases, but I can tell you 5 years.
Honorable Minister, each member is entitled to 1 supplementary question. When you answer, ignore their murmuring and their follow-up questions. Honorable Member for Bakau.
Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Minister, you've indicated that funds come in phases. Can you tell us how much do you receive for the first phase?
I don't have it offhand.
Speaker, observation.
Observation?
Yes.
Who are you observing?
Huh?
Who do you want to observe?
I want to suggest that if we could be provided with this information that we are asking, hence the minister could not provide them offhand and instantly. That's my request through your office.
Yes, I think I heard him, one of the answers he will provide. The Honorable Minister will provide. Honorable Minister, please provide those answers.
The clerk, Mr. Speaker, send us this request in writing. We will respond immediately. Various questions asked on this matter. I cannot memorize them. Let me have them in writing and we'll respond.
Honorable Minister, please don't answer to questions they ask when they are not given.
Honorable Minister should patiently listen and wait for the Honorable Speaker to rule on observations or motion before directly responding to members' comment by way of parliamentary procedure.
Honorable Majority Leader, fully noted. Thank you. Minority Leader, not Majority, Minority Leader, fully noted.
Point of order, Honorable Speaker.
Can we hear the point of order from the member for Bintankaranai?
Thank you. Point of order 43. 1. Supplementary questions may be put for the purpose of elucidating an oral answer. These questions are put before the minister, but the minister is not giving us any answer.
Honorable member, the minister, you remember when you ask question, is for him to answer, and here he can only give answers what he think at the time he have. And if he tells you that he don't have the, whatever you might request from him at this material time, that's all he could do. No. Thank you, Honorable Minister for Tourism and Culture, for those answers provided to this August Assembly. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, I thank honorable members and your very self. Thank you.
Clerk.
Questions for oral answer by the Honorable Minister for Health.
Honorable Minister for Health, you may take the podium. Questions for which due notices were given to the Honorable Minister for Health by Honorable Members for oral answers. Another question. Which page? Question number 122 of 2023 by the member for Brikama North. Order, please, order.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, Brikama District Hospital is experiencing drug shortages, and the general conditions in the hospital, especially in the admission wards, are so deplorable and requires immediate attention of the ministry. Could the Honorable Minister of Health inform this August Assembly of the ministry's plan to immediately address this situation facing the hospital?
Thank you very much, distinguished Honorable Speaker and Honorable Members. I wish to inform the Honorable Member of Brikama North constituency that the drug shortage issue at the Brikama General Hospital has long been addressed. The hospital always receives its drug supplies from the regional drugstore. In addition to that, there is always procurement of essential drugs from the RBF subsidies. I also want to inform the Honorable Member that with the RBF funds available, a lot of work has been done to upgrade the standards of the health facility. A lot of work has been carried out in the recent past at the facility, which has seen the theaters, labor wards, and a few other wards upgraded. The on-call rooms have also been upgraded. The whole facility has been assessed for renovation, but the cost was too high, and it was thought that building a new facility will be more prudent. The World Bank has agreed to fund the construction and equipping of a new 200-bed hospital in Brikama. The concept design has been done. The architectural design is being done currently. A plot of land is already identified for the construction of the facility, even though this process took a while. The most definitive solution is the construction of a new facility to cater for the needs of the people of Brikama and surroundings. Thank you.
Member for Brikama North.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. You did say that the drug shortage has long been addressed. However, it would be of interest to note that many times patients will be given prescriptions and they will ask that the drugs are not available, they should go to the nearby pharmacy to buy. When did exactly this drug shortage, as you claim, has been addressed specifically?
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. The issue of supplies, as we know, the facility has been getting supplies from the central medical stores, and the facility also has the RBF funds, which I'm going to summarize for you. for procurement of drugs as and when they are needed. So it is a continuous process. The fact that they have funds to deal with the issue, that's why we said it has been addressed. Now, just for the interest of the Honourable Member and Honourable Assembly members, the Brikama had never been part of the RBF facility. Now, they started in 2021. In the third quarter of 2021, Brikama received over $6.9 million of RBF funds. In the second quarter, they received $3.7 million. In 2022, the first quarter, they received $4 million, a little over that. In the second quarter, $3.2 million, a little over that too. In the third quarter, $3.4 million. In the fourth quarter, $4.1 million. And in the first quarter of this year, $3.8 million. So they've received a total of $24,133,273.93. Out of this, 60%, which is $14.49 million, is supposed to be spent on improving the health facility and buying essential drugs. 40%, that's over $9.6 million, is shared amongst the staff as bonuses. This is the World Bank arrangement. So it will surprise any of us, the fact that Brikama wasn't getting these funds at all. Now, within 1.5 years, they got $14.4 million for renovation and upgrading the facility and ensuring that any drugs that are missing are provided. It will surprise us all that it is not there. So we would enhance our monitoring, and we appeal to Honourable Member also, all of you, to support us in monitoring these facilities, because with the RBF arrangement, the facilities are given the leverage to manage these funds. They don't want much interference directly from the ministry. That's the arrangement, so that these facilities can ensure that they have a say in how they use those funds. So monitoring is very important, so we'll continue the process of monitoring to ensure that these funds are utilized well. Thank you.
Honorable Minister, it is one thing to get the supplies to your whether regional or district stores, but another for them to distribute to the respective hospitals. Do you have inspecting units or monitoring that report? And if so, how often do they report to you?
Thank you very much. The monitoring units do not report directly to me. There are a series of channels of reporting. The Directorate of Pharmaceutical Services is there. The Directorate of Health Services is there. They report to these line directorates. And I have not gotten reports of shortage of essential medicines in Brikama. But nonetheless, that doesn't mean that, as you emphasize, that is not happening. So we will endeavor, but in preparation for this question and answer session, we did ask and we did follow up with them, and we were reassured that those shortages were not happening. That's the information we got. But nonetheless, the monitoring will continue. But when drugs get to the regional medical stores, they have a distribution pattern. But sometimes the consumption is more than what would have been allocated for that period. So the onus typically lies on the health facility to make further requests, because it's a pull system and not a push system. They are given as and when they need the drugs. Thank you.
The member for Fonyi Bintang Karanai.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Minister, as the question read, admission wards are so deplorable and require urgent attention. I was there in 2020, and the condition remains. There are funds that are not functioning. Should we be waiting for the World Bank on this matter? And the bed nets are also another issue. Nets. The bed nets are another issue.
Honorable Member, please ask your supplementary question.
My supplementary question is, I re-ask, the funds there are having issues and they are not functioning. Only few funds are functioning. Are you waiting for the World Bank project to come for that?
Well, as it was mentioned here over and over yesterday, health services and provision of health services is not cheap. So it's an issue of resources in many of the instances. So we are not waiting for World Bank, but we do with what we have as resources allocated by your honorable selves here. Of course, occasionally we have issues of attitude, because if you have an institution that has electricians, it has plumbers, it has welders, and so on and so forth. If fans are not working, they should deal with those. And each health facility has a leadership. Each health facility has an in charge. You have medical directors, CEOs, and the chain of people who are responsible for those. Certainly, they don't come here to answer questions, but they have a big role to play. And, we will, inshallah, ensure that they do what they are supposed to do. Thank you.
I now invite the member for Sanementre.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Minister, having monitored the amount given to the hospital as stated, which is 24-point-something million dollars, could you kindly tell us how much is spent on essential drugs as stated? Thank you.
On which hospital, Brikama?
Okay. So typically, they are supposed to spend 60% of whatever disbursements they get for the health facility. Now, that 60%, part of it is used for essential drugs, and part of it for renovations and so on. So as I speak, I cannot tell you exactly what went in for essential drugs and what went for renovations, but we can provide that information. Yeah.
I now give the floor to the member for Wulde East.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Minister, there is a practice that personnel at the health centers also engage in selling drugs, which may have a negative effect on drug shortage. Does your ministry have any mechanism in monitoring the situation to ensure that that does not occur?
Thank you very much. Once in a while, we hear those allegations and we try to follow them up. We've not caught anyone doing so yet. But if we do, the consequences will be dire because it's totally unacceptable. The ministry has the regional directors who are responsible for provision of health services, the administration in the regions. And they have various officials who are responsible for monitoring. We have central level monitors, and we have actually the Directorate of Pharmaceutical Services that goes on monitoring visits. But typically when these horrible acts are committed, they hide them if they do at all. They hide them, and sometimes it's difficult for officials to see. It's the people in the community who get to know. And we'll be very appreciative if those people in the communities alert us in good time for us to deal with the issues accordingly. Thank you.
Question number 123 of 2023 by the member for Basse.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, could the Honorable Minister for Health update this August Assembly on the status of the 400 by 400 land allocated for the Basse District Hospital?
Thank you very much. Honorable Speaker, I wish to inform the Honorable Member of Basse constituency that the Minister of Health has received the documents of the 300 by 200 by 300 by 200 land allocated for the construction of the new Basse District Hospital from the Ministry of Lands, and its designs and contract negotiation for the construction is in progress. The 400 by 400 land was not eventually allocated. Thank you.
Member, if you have supplementary questions, please proceed.
Honorable Minister, with this land allocation, was the compensation done accordingly by the members?
What?
by the owners.
Honorable member, you are talking about to update no, you're talking about land allocation, and now you're talking about compensation. No.
Okay. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Any other supplementary question?
Honorable Minister, could you tell us whether the Minister of Local Government have finalized with this ownership of the land and giving it back to you, hand it over to you?
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. Of course, the land has some history, and the Honorable Member and ourselves had discussed that a few times. But from what we've been told, the portion allocated, there were no compensation issues. That's why it was straight away allocated to us. To extend it to 400 by 400, there will then emerge the compensation issues. That's why that has not been touched yet. So the plan is subsequently to get it expanded to the 400 by 400 when the issues of compensation would have been discussed and agreed on. Thank you.
Question number 124 of 2023 by the member for Janjanbureh.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, could the Honorable Minister of Health explain to this August Assembly the cause or causes of the recent death of 17 children under 5 years at the Serekunda General Hospital?
Thank you very much. Honorable Speaker, I wish to inform the Honorable Member of Janjanbureh constituency that the cause of the recent deaths of 17 children are variable. The causes are variable, such as sepsis, gastroenteritis, and meningitis. I wish to inform the Honorable Member that in hospital practice, we monitor the pattern of presentation of patients to the hospital. Some of these patients came in with severe symptoms and succumbed within 24 hours. Since we have a robust surveillance system with surveillance officers now posted to all the hospitals, we decided to investigate to be sure that we are not dealing with an outbreak. The information we have so far indicates that it was not an outbreak. We wish to use the opportunity to appeal to people to go to hospital early before the symptoms worsen. Thank you.
Honorable Member, if you have supplementary question, proceed.
Thank you very much for that response, Honorable Minister. If I may ask again, do you have any measures in place to avert the ministry from experiencing such a mortality?
Thank you very much. Of course, sicknesses do occur in human beings. That's part of life. But when they do occur, one important step is to get to a health facility early for diagnosis and for treatment. But occasionally there are delays in presentation because people would have been having other medications at home, sometimes traditional, sometimes orthodox. For various factors, people's health-seeking behaviors are different. So when that happens and the disease worsens and they get to the health facility, sometimes in as much as the health workers try their best, sometimes they are unable to save some of those lives. So what we do is the families, the individuals have a role to play in ensuring that health services are sought as quickly, as urgently as possible. And when they get to the facilities, the facility workers do their best to make urgent diagnosis and treatment. So it's a comprehensive thing. We wish to continue doing our best for patients when they get to the health facilities, but we also encourage the people in the communities to come to the health facilities as soon as possible. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Minister, with the death of the 17 children, was AKI involved or not? Thank you.
From the yeah.
Honorable Member, you are introducing new element to that question.
Can I come back, Honorable Speaker?
No, sir.
We're talking about the death of 17 children, so no. I don't think I have actually bring in anything new.
I agree, sir. We are also talking about...
And I think you address me as Honorable Dance.
Honorable? As?
Address me as Honorable, not sir.
All right, Honorable Member, sir. That question is ruled out. The member for Kiang West.
Honorable Speaker, thank you very much. Honorable Minister, haven't these 17 children gotten their meningitis vaccinations during, before their death?
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Member, I cannot ascertain to say who got and who didn't get. But most of these people would have gotten their routine meningitis vaccines. Those that succumb to meningitis, we can verify. I'm not sure as I speak to you. But vaccination is very good, but it doesn't mean that the chances of getting meningitis are zero. But the good thing is that the surveillance picked this up to look into it. So the good thing about having a robust surveillance system is you pick things early and you go into the communities to find out what might have caused this, and so that you can act as soon as possible. Thank you.
And I invite the member for Banjul South.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We applaud the diligence of the ministry and the health sector to make sure that it didn't turn to an endemic. But what was the time frame within which those children died? 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month? Can you tell us, please?
Kindly repeat that for me, Mr.
Honourable Member, please speak a bit louder.
Sorry, what was the time frame of those deaths, those 17 deaths? Was it 1 week, 1 month, 2 weeks?
I can confirm. I knew before. It's escaped my mind now, but I think it's within a month or so. Yeah, 1 month. Yeah.
I now invite a member for Woolly East. Or are withdrawn? The member for Sanementreng.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Minister, do you or your office have any provision of sensitizing parents on this meningitis or whatsoever sickness, especially the young ones that are delivering now?
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. The Health Communication Unit is very active, and they've been going around the communities and talking to people, caregivers, and equally speaking, talking to the mothers who go to attend antenatal services and other services in the hospitals. And they also carry out radio and television talk shows. So the communication bit they are quite active, but nonetheless, we endeavor to have more health talks, to have more community sensitization, and very soon we'll also go back to having the loudspeakers on vehicles that go into the communities when there are issues, so that they can make announcements, because we realize that that has been very effective to spread the messages across wide areas within a short time. Thank you.
Nominated member Maimuna Sise, I invite.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Minister, does your health facility has provided any sort of monitoring concerning regards to these incidents coming in? 17 children at a time within a period of 1 month is too much. We were expecting that at least the first health facility need to have a monitoring service towards the health centers.
Nominated member, can you please go straight to your question?
Sorry. My question is that the health facility is providing any information or any surveillance on any nearest health centers or health facilities to make sure that such a occurrence don't happen on a serious note.
Thank you very much, Honorable nominated member. Honorable Speaker, the surveillance system is very robust and they are very alert. That's why they picked this. So how this even happened, it was actually a surveillance thing. But as the surveillance communications were going on, someone took the issue to the media. And then that's how it came out. But really, it's a surveillance thing. Hospital deaths, when you see a pattern, people come within a short period. You want to know why is that happening. When you rule out everything, then you say probably they've been coming to hospital late. So other facilities are also aware, and the other surveillance officers are all aware. They have a surveillance network where all this is communicated, and they are all monitoring it as much as possible. Thank you.
Question number 125 of 2023 by the member for Kiang West.
Honorable Speaker, thank you very much. Honorable Speaker, Kiang Karantaba Health Center has been seriously dilapidated for over a decade and has not been rendering better health services for far too long. Could the Honorable Minister for Health update this August Assembly on government's plan to renovate the said health center?
Honorable Speaker, I wish to inform the Honorable Member of Kiang West constituency that the Kiang Karantaba Health Center is among the World Bank project facilities that are going to be renovated soon. Honorable Speaker, I wish to inform the Honorable Member that the Ministry has provided the facility with 2 brand new generators with support from the People's Republic of China through the Chinese Embassy in the Gambia. A number of new equipment, including an ultrasound scanner, X-ray machines, an ambulance, etc., will also soon be provided through the support of the Chinese government. Thank you very much.
Honorable Minister, the last time I visited the health center, I was told that the generators are available, but the fueling is still a problem. I don't know if this problem could be solved immediately.
Thank you, Honorable Member. We will discuss with our team so that they continue to provide adequate fuel. But yet still, the issue of resources, because they'll be using the generator longer than the others since there's no electricity. So we will also discuss with them so that part of the RBF funds they get, they also utilize it for the fuel. Thank you.
Question number 126. Oh, okay. The member for Woodley is?
Honorable Speaker, thank you very much. Honorable Minister, as you know, health centers, using generators at health centers is a thing that we want to put aside because of the fume that it is generating. It's not good for the patients. Would your ministry consider replacing those generators with solar panels to avoid the infection that it may cause? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Fortunately, Karantaba is getting electricity. That's good news. The Kiang, that part of Kiang is now getting electricity. But in addition to that, thank you. In addition to that, there is this EU Gambia government solarization project that's going to solarize 100 health facilities. So that's going to solarize the majority of our health centers. Thank you.
Member for Same.
Thank you very much. Honorable Minister, in this health center, is there enough personnel there?
Thank you very much. Honorable Member, Honorable Speaker, in the whole world now, I don't think there's any health facility that has enough personnel in the whole world. Even the West, they are struggling with personnel. That's why they keep on taking from our facilities. So we don't have enough. But we try to increase, and so that means the personnel we have will have to work extra hard to ensure that services are provided. But what we are doing is building capacity. We've increased the intake of our training schools, and we've expanded this training school in Basse, in Bansang and Mansakonko to accommodate those new intakes. Thank you.
Question number 126 of 2023 by the member for Banjul South.
Thank you. Honorable Speaker, could the Honorable Minister for Health inform this August Assembly the number of women that died as a result of maternal mortality from 2020 to date, compared with the previous 5 years before 2020, and what is being done to prevent such unwarranted deaths? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Honorable Speaker, I wish to inform the Honorable Member of Banjul South constituency that our health indicators are amongst the best in the sub-region. In 2015, the country had a maternal mortality ratio of 625 per 100,000 live births, and in 2017, the country recorded a maternal mortality ratio of 597 per 100,000 live births, according to the internationally comparable maternal mortality ratio estimates by the Maternal Mortality Estimation Interagency Group, comprising of WHO, UNICEF, UNFPA, World Bank, the World Bank Group, and the United Nations Population Division. This process is done biannually. These maternal mortality rates compared to the maternal mortality ratio of 289 per 100,000 live births of the Demographic Health Survey, DHS, in 2019-2020 has shown a reduction in maternal mortality rates. However, the Ministry of Health will continue to work on further reducing these figures to meet the WHO recommendation of 70 per 100,000 live births by 2030. In fact, from all the efforts we are making, inshallah, we will achieve this before 2030. Government has put in a lot of strategies to improve on the services, and more steps have been worked on. We are happy to say that we are working on strengthening the health services in three main ways. One, improving on the health infrastructure by expanding, renovating, and upgrading all health facilities and building new facilities to increase access. Two, procuring adequate equipment, medicines, and supplies. Three, building capacity to strengthen the health workforce. Currently, 6 health centers are being built. The 7th facility is that at Faratu, where we are building a 104 bed capacity treatment center, including 20-bed intensive care unit, a blood transfusion center, a new national public health laboratory, an imaging center with MRI, fluoroscopy, and CT scan equipment. A biomedical engineering unit and a conference center are all part of this. Plans have been finalized to build 2 new hospitals in Brikama and Basse, renovate Buyam General Hospital and Brikama Bar Health Center. We built new classrooms and dormitories for CHN and the SEN schools with the support of the MRC Holland Foundation. We have increased the intake for the 2 schools to enable us to train more nurses for our facilities. We have started the postgraduate training programs in the country for doctors to become members and fellows of the West African College of Surgeons and Physicians. Already 5 of these doctors have passed their membership exams in obstetrics and gynecology. We are also training nurses to specialize in pediatrics, anesthesia, midwifery, and perioperative nursing. These are just few of the many strategies in place to make sure that the health needs of our people are met. We now have 4 brand new oxygen plants in our facilities, 2 at Ndeba, 1 at EFSTH, and another at the Bansang General Hospital. We brought in 80 community ambulances, which are enhancing timely referral of patients to health facilities. We have the modern microwave waste management system, 7 large incinerators for our 7 health regions, 40 incinerators for 40 health facilities. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, for that illustrious effort. With all the list you've given us, you still haven't told me the number of women that died. Can you tell us the number, please? Thank you.
Honorable Member, I thought I answered that question. Typically, when this information